destination for today would be Grand Prairie in Alberta, and I'm here to speak to the Rotary Club of Grand Prairie. So the person who invited me actually owns this store. It's called Kitty's, Jeff Kitty. I've temporarily parked over here, and I spoke to Kirti there at the Petro Canada station, diesel station, and she said that I could park right behind over there. So since the restrooms are over there, I may as well park in that space, while Jeff was kind enough to say I can park on his property over here. It was a 7-hour drive after we got installed the VHF radio and the CB radio, just so we have some communication tools. But I would love to see what this store inside looks like and the things that they have in there. It looks quite exciting and interesting. But for now, I'll take Gulflander over there and then have a nice yummy dinner that Amri and Bhabhi packed for me in Edmonton. From over there at Kitty's, I've come here to Petro Canada, and this is where Gulflander will rest for the night, and I will too. I can't wait to dig into that food, so let's walk in and do that. This will be the second meal of the day for me, and sometimes I wonder if that's the secret to great health. Okay, so we're bringing you inside a little bit. A lot neater than it used to be, but still not quite there. As you can see, this of course is the backrest. This is the dining room, my bed, the kitchen's looking a little more visible, and of course the floor ain't all clear yet, but eventually it will be. On the menu today is this yummy mutton biryani that was made last night, and today will taste even better. So I was looking forward to this. And yeah, right after this it's, well, chill time. Good morning from Grand Prairie, Alberta. 5:30 in the morning, we're getting ready to fill her up and then go to our Rotary meeting at 7 o'clock. This is where we spent the night. And as you can see, that little puddle down there, the radiator leak is still going on, and we hope to receive that package today for a thing called K-Seal that Yogesh Bhai recommended, that apparently permanently plugs any small leaks in the radiator, and that problem will go away. Spend the night here at Petro Canada. Thank you for your hospitality. And just here is our host, Jeff Kitty, who invited me to speak at the Rotary Club over here. So yeah, let's go. Finally found the parking spot, and of course I'm carrying my gas can to see if I can get some gas money in today's Rotary meeting. But this is where it is today, the Holiday Inn Suites, the Rotary Club of Grand Prairie. On the way in, I noticed that they had a Rotary RV park, and I'm surprised that no one told me that it exists. I could have stayed there last night and perhaps had a nice hot shower. I will take it up at the meeting today, of course. Hey, what's up with that? I'm here with Glenn, a fellow Rotarian, and his son, Jeff, was the one that invited me over here to speak at the Grand Prairie Rotary. That's a Tuesday club, and Glenn's with the Friday evening club. And they have this really fascinating store. I've never seen one like this. Clearly in India we don't have this. And he's going to take us on a tour. So Glenn, what are you going to do? What are we going to see?
Okay, I'm going to start by taking it over to what we call our old store, where the first store we built, and through the feed mill that was here when we first came, and that's what we started the whole business. And from there we branched out. So that,
what is the business?
The business, we are a livestock feed supplier, manufacturer, and we bag feed and sell it in bulk bags. We have a mineral premix plant where we manufacture minerals, And then we have a farm and ranch supply store and safety clothing for workers, all kinds of saddlery and tack items for the horse type people in the world. And then we've added on a trailer selling business, which we will see last when we go
So this is like a Canadian Tire for farmers.
You got that right.
Okay, I'm following you now, Glenn.
Okay. So that part, 2003, we built this warehouse. It's 10,000 square feet, and it was a big addition from what we had. Over here is where we build the feed. It's old, probably dirty.
Thanks.
This is where they bag feed and wrap it. And this is where they mix the feed. They process it, roll it, grinder, mixer is going there. Brewing up some chicken feet probably, or whatever they're on the go.
Smell reminds me of our old.
This was the first store we built here. It's only storage now. It's a heck of a mess. Where we keep,
So this was your store in the 70s?
built it in 76. Now we're just trying to get everything moved around so that
Saddle pads.
oh yeah, we
Maybe I can find another one.
well, I don't know.
These are things you put on horses?
Pro
Yeah.
choice between the horse and the saddle.
Mm-hmm.
We rent out trailers. As you can see, all these are rental trailers.
I've driven past a lot of those silos. What are they?
Well, they store these here, for example. We have different feed additives. We have salt, we have dical phosphate, we have limestone. Then there's grains, oats, wheats, barley, and I'll show you how we use them. This was Jeff's dream when he went to university. He had to do take an
Agriculture.
economics, but he went into agriculture and he had to do a feasibility study. What should I do? I said, well, do one on a premix plant. So that's what got us into this. He came back and
So what's a premix?
well, you take salt. We take a form of phosphorus called dicalcium phosphate, limestone, a source of calcium, and then we'll add all the micro minerals to it to make a mineral for livestock. We call it premix. It's just
Is it all vegetarian?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Now you got into lawnmowers, and when are you getting into cars?
Mars? Not me. That you can ask him. Maybe the next generation.
And that's Jeff walking up.
That's the owner.
That's the generation.
Neil wants to know when you're getting into selling cars.
Oh, should I?
Oh.
Yeah.
Or pickup trucks.
Pickup truck, yeah, fit in around this neighborhood.
Yeah. We're walking into the lawn mowing business store that these guys have gotten into, and they're pretty much taking over this town with every business.
We'll bring it over.
So you think you can rip out a radiator from an old truck?
Well, we'll take a look before you commit. You haven't seen the truck yet. Oh, no? Is it? Okay. Well, let's have a look. I'm willing to give it a try. We can pull it over, or we can just...
I can bring it here?
Yeah, we'll drive it over back and forth. Gently.
Okay, so I'll go bring you the truck.
You bet. Thank you.
Jeff is making arrangements for my radiator to be pulled out and taken to a radiator shop to be able to fix it, if we can do it right here. I spoke to a radiator company and they said they would take it in tomorrow if possible, and I forgot to ask them when they'll give it to me. I'm going to make that call now. We are heading down to Jeff Keedy and his father Glenn's other business, where you have some mechanics who think they can take the radiator out for Gulflander. Let's see what they think. guiding me to where he wants the truck to be able to take a look.
Oh! No, it's awesome. This thing's pretty sweet.
Beautiful.
Yeah. No, this is an awesome outfit.
Now, do you know how to flip the cab up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Man, you're so
That's
smart.
the least I could do for my truck.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Do you think the whole radiator needs replacing or fixing, or just a clamp?
Well, it doesn't look like that.
He's a smart man. We're just going to rip it out. We'll see if we can fix it here. If not, there's some welders we know in town who might be able to fix it, do the brazing. So we're going to fake it till we make it. We're getting you on the road.
When you invited me to speak at this Rotary Club, did you think this is what's going to happen too?
No.
I didn't either. But thank you.
We'll make it work.
So this is the Cub Cadet Genuine Parts service station. They fix lawnmowers, and today they're going to fix this big lawnmower here.
All right, see you guys in a bit.
Riley, appreciate what you're doing, man.
Oh, no problem, buddy. Happy to help you.
What can I do?
Want to reuse the coolant out of this, or you just want to put new stuff in it?
Can I? Is better idea,
I
right?
would, yeah, well, we're changing just in case your old, there's anything running around inside your old radiator, especially after it gets fixed.
Yeah, that's fine. We could put new one. I have 2 gallons.
Okay.
So Riley, what are we doing?
Well, we're just draining the radiator right now, make a little bit less of a mess, and then we'll start taking all the brackets off, and then I can hopefully pull it straight from the top.
So you suggested we put fresh coolant in there.
Yeah.
But what about the hoses at the end of it? Do you think we should just have some?
The end of the hose?
Yeah.
Like you want to replace that little piece?
Would they be available?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's all common stuff. I would recommend changing it. It does look like it has a fair amount of wear on it. Yeah, you're probably looking at 7 or 8 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out which brackets actually hold the radiator on and which ones are to the frame.
What you see behind me is Gulflander opened up, and O'Reilly here is going to take a gander at taking off the radiator and seeing if it can be fixed right here. If not, we'll take it to a radiator shop in town, which is Grand Prairie in Alberta and Canada. I'm on my way to do a talk in Fort St. John's in British Columbia. I came here this morning to do a talk here at the Rotary Club and found that one of my hosts were kind enough to, make O'Reilly available from his business to try and see if we can fix the radiator rather than take care of some temporary measures. So this is what's going on, and this is what the Rotary family is all about. Now that the radiator is loose, all you have to do is take this and slide it all the way up, but what Riley is going to do is slide the jack underneath just in case it doesn't fall down.
Are you able to just hold that over for me, just like that?
Got it.
There's the radiator.
And here's Jeff doing all the work on this.
I'm a blister. I showed up when the work was done.
There you got that color stuff on the bottom.
We're thinking this is where the leak is.
Like, and it looks like it's kind of been slowly leaking there. But this corner.
But okay, so the runoff is on the frame, right? So it's not really.
Yeah,
clear.
so it could even be coming in. That corner looks a little damp too.
Yeah, so we did run a pressure test.
Mm-hmm. And when you take this over there, they actually put it right into a bath, I think.
The radiator is going for a drive to a radiator shop, and Jeff is being the forever gentleman and driving me there. It's nice to be sitting on the same side and not driving.
Now you're on the right side of the road.
Jeff, while you're driving,
Yeah.
you may as well tell me the story of how you came about getting me over here.
You emailed. So when I saw the email, I'm our club president. I saw it had to do with organ donations. So my brother-in-law is a 2-time organ donor recipient. He got a heart back about 11 years ago and a kidney 2 years ago. He got his kidney from his mom and his heart, we think, from a young gentleman in Manitoba. So in Canada, they really don't tell you much about your donor, but I think the parents might have reached out. I'd have to check with my brother-in-law on that. So that is why it interested me. It's something that hit close to home. It's Cool Core. They said that's Nelson, so there should be it. I double checked, so.
And now that you heard my talk, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should this be a new Rotary thing?
I think it is. A lot of it, I think governments can do a big role too. Maybe if Rotary was to push it, it's...
I mean, just like polio, government and Rotary got together, right? You definitely need that.
I think it should be an opt-out of organ donor, not an opt-in. If they did that, there'd be a lot more people.
I'd be out of business.
Exactly, and hopefully someday
Something
you are.
different.
Yeah, we don't want you in business.
Correct. Absolutely.
And to me, it is what it is.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sure we'll be videoing again.
Test it and see
You betcha.
Come back in the front and I'll get a phone number.
Okay.
Well, you got the.
Photographer.
This is part of my documentary.
Your document. There you
Yes.
go.
So, what's your name?
Danny.
You're Danny. The Radiator guys. We are back at the kiddie store, the Western wear store, where all the cowboys come. The cowboys wear these shoes. Look at how cool they are. Look at all those designs. My God. It's right out of a Western comic book or a movie. This is the saddle section. One on a horse. Everything horsey. I'm just waiting for a phone call from the Radiator guys to see when it's done. When it's done, we'll go bring it back. We've got the new coolant already ready here. We need to mix water in this. Bought a new hose just so we don't have any old things going on. And she's waiting patiently. Hopefully this will be behind us for some time. For a long time, I hope. Now it's time for me to get inside and rest and wait and eat and do whatever else that I have to. I got one meal available that Amreen Bhabhi gave me, which I need to finish before it gets bad. That's right there. This is the front and the window, and since the cab is lifted, I can see right down on top of the engine. This is where my charging station is, and it's time for me to charge my phone. As you can see, my battery is healthy at the back. It's got a lot of voltage. And that's my bed that's made. On the menu today is egg fried rice, Amreen Bhabhi, Gio, and my absolute favorite, Hyderabadi khatti dal. Yummy! We are coming back to Cool Core Radiator, where Gulflander's radiator has been fixed as per their phone call. And Jeff drove me back in his beast. Hello.
Yeah. I think that's it right there.
Yeah, I know. He said no videos in the shop though.
Okay.
Oh no, that's all right.
Perfect.
I thought I'll be able to get Riley putting this back in there, but I caught the end of it, and that's what it looks like brand new.
It's going good.
They say it's good to go for another 10,000 miles at least, so let's, fingers crossed, let's hope it does. Now both the hoses are connected up there and down there with the new hose clamp. And now you just have to get the nuts and bolts in, I suppose, and then we've got to mix in the new coolant. We've taken out the old one, if you can see, that's where it is, and we bought some new ones, brand new coolant, so we're going to mix it with water. It's a concentrate, and we'll be able to, well, get her started. So what do you think, Riley? All done?
Well, we're just about ready to dump some antifreeze in it.
So the next task is to put the coolant in there.
Mix up some coolant and top it up, bleed all the air out of it, and see if we have any leaks, which I hope we don't.
Yeah, I hope not. And she is purring like a baby. Well,
I did nothing. I just drove around.
Riley, Jeff, they made that happen. Of course, the Radiator guys put together, made this work. I'm going to make this worth all this effort and continue to serve humanity, save lives, and Rotary rocks. What do you guys have to say?
No, thanks for doing what you're doing.
Yeah, no, thanks for doing what you're doing, and wish you all the best on your travels.
And one day you will travel with us, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Out. Where I'm going to stay tonight is here at the Rotary Club of Grand Prairie Campground. It's called the Rotary Campground. The local Rotary Club manages and runs this campground for a profit and takes all that money and puts them into their projects around their community. They gave me a slot so I can stay the night here, well, complimentary, because of what I am doing. So you see, help comes from many places. There are angels everywhere. The goodness of people shines through across the world. I have been given campground number 22, and that's where I'm parking in now. Slowly getting into my camp slot. Camp slot number 22 at the Rotary Campgrounds here in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Right in the heart of town. This is actually quite a beautiful place. Quite empty here. Up the hill, over there, it's quite full. Those are the showers and the bathrooms. I'm going to be here for the night. And this will be the acid test of the Radiator. If I see a leak, I'll see a puddle down there. The puddle I'm seeing here now is the runoff from the tank that has been overfilled. So if you see, there's a lot of coolant falling off, but that's okay.